Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women. That is good. That is good.
Hello, welcome to Law Warrior. This will be round 3 of a 3-game RTT down in Kansas City, Missouri, using the end time rules. So far I was a draw and a win, so going well. So I got a third match coming up here. I just want to take a second. This little tournament circuit that they're doing down here is pretty sweet. It's kind of an escalation tournament. One tournament a month, and they grow it by 500 points. And what's really interesting, and a lot of clubs may want to think about adopting this, what they do is for every battle point, paint score type of things that you win, you end up getting an entry in a raffle. Best general gets you some, best paint gets you some, your battle points, how you do in your battle points gets you some. And but what's interesting is that everybody who participates will earn some raffle tickets. And so your high-end players who always seem to win at your local club tournaments and stuff, they will still have a better chance of winning some of the door prizes. But it also allows a lot of the younger players and inexperienced and even medium players to be able to come away with some prizes. So they still award in name best general and best appearance and best sportsman, but then the actual prizes are awarded by raffle. And there's also a grand prize at the end of this, so it's pretty neat. Alright, going into my game 3, I missed a few of the deployment pictures, as you can probably see. So I'm faced with a Demons of Chaos army here that I have the tools to deal with it, but the combination of how I'm going to do it is the tricky part. I've got a Flame Banner in my Blackworks, but my Blackworks also have the great weapons that can deal with that Kadai Destroyer or Thingamabob or whatever it is. And it's brutal. It's got like a Mega Thunder Claw, so I can't just charge my general into it. His big Nurgle Lord Demon guy has a sword that gives him +3 or +D3 attacks, +D3 strength, +D3 blah 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 every round of combat. He's already like strength 6 or 7, so it's like good shit. I mean, I can't charge my general in there and kill him. So I would like the Night Goblins. You know, if I can get the Flame Banner into those Nurgle Plague guys, I can win that, especially if I have like some Chariot impacts. But I didn't want. What I probably should have done is flip-flopped the Night Goblins and the Blackworks, and gotten the Blackworks into the Plague Bearers with the Chariot charges, and then the General to assist with some Thunder Stomping and stuff. But you know, I only had a few drops, so this is what I end up with. And so after turn 1, I move up. I'm within 3 inches of that center piece, and I'm collecting the 50 points for the first turn. And then he actually denies with that Destroyer on the other side. The ruined building on the right is the objective for +25 points, and there's a ruined building on the far left that he has nobody in that has fortitude anyway, so he can't score any points there. I'm scoring table quarters, and I'm denying table quarters by getting my general into that one. So it's another one of those games. So to fast forward a little bit, I moved my general up to the side there. With kind of, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was thinking, you know, charge that general in. He's got a beast there that's kind of trying to track me. He's following me around. But the more I did the math, I was like, I can't win that. So then I keep thinking I'm going to throw up sneaky stabbing on my general. I have to charge in and try to move my guy within 12, cast sneaky stabbing on on maybe that Destroyer. And if I could reroll to hit and to wound, I might be able to take it down. If I declare my WOG, I'll get the +D3 resolution. I'll have a flank, and I'll have the charge. But with that claw attack, if he hits with that thing, I'm just pretty much dead. It's like strength 10, D6 wounds. So I keep balking at that. I throw up the sneaky stabbing on my black orcs just for the hell of it. Give them armor piercing. They won't even really need it against the destroyer. I think they're strength 7 first round of combat. So, yeah, it's kind of just a cat and mouse game. He's kind of stuck there. His magic isn't too bad. He's throwing up like fleshy abundance. I think he had put some kind of curse on my general this turn. He's throwing out his vortex there. You can see it shooting out. So then, when it comes back to my turn, I decide to not charge. I fly my general back there. I'm thinking next turn that's what I'll do. I'll charge something, throw up the sneaky stab, and give him the rerolls to hit and to wound because it'd be from the rear. That's about it. He's got a beast kind of coming around this building on the left here. You can't really see it. I'm just kind of ignoring it. Kind of keeping all my attention towards the front. On my magic phase, I'm rolling a lot of dice, so I'm dispelling the vortex, and then I'm throwing up armor piercing on my black orcs. I think one turn I throw up on the night goblins. I keep almost charging those plague bears. If he comes to me, I'd like to. Obviously, I need a combo charger. I'm kind of trying to creep up to the point where I might be able to cross my black orcs across, but I'm also trying to keep my night goblins touching that building to score the 25 bonus points, because I'm collecting about 75 points a turn, and he's collecting none. So I'm happy with that. It's round 3, and I'd like to get into some combat, but I'm just sucking up the extra 75 victory points at the end of each one of my turns, and he's getting none on his turn. So I do the Fanatic's launch because his Nurgle Beast charges or moves. I think he moved. He may have charged into the back of the Black Orcs. Yeah, he charged the back of the Black Orcs and came within 8. So I had to launch the Fanatics. So I launched those out the front. That's the only thing that was kind of keeping that Kadai Destroyer thing from coming at me. One Fanatic goes through the beast and actually do a wound to it. The other 2 kind of go out there and do nothing. So then on my turn, both Fanatics go through the Kadai Destroyer. And I was like, yay! And I rolled no wounds. I might have gotten a wound or 2, but he's toughness 7. So, yeah, womp womp. And he had a ward save. So I go ahead and push my Night Goblins up and say, let's do this. Figured I'm trying to get that Kadai Destroyer to charge the front of the Night Goblins, and then my Black Orcs could charge. Oh yeah, he didn't charge that turn. He just moved to draw him out. And I'm like, well, if the Night Goblins will hold, and they will hold. My general is over here behind this building, still within 18. So I'd be, as long as you don't kill the BSB, if you direct attacks on him, I should hold. And I could charge that thing in the side with the great weapons, and I could win this game. So on his turn, he does that. He charges the Plague Bears. He charges the Kadai Destroyer, and then he charges that stupid beast with a wound on. And I was thinking, I know beasts are badass. I thought it only had 3 wounds though. Those things have like 5 wounds each. What the hell? So anywho, here he comes. I do have armor piercing up on my Night Goblins, and I think I destroyed my wizard that turn when I did that. Maybe not, but oh yeah, I didn't destroy him, but I made him a level 0 wizard. So I have no spells anymore. Yeah, so here's that. I'm lined up, as long as I hold, I'm lined up for some counter charges with the chariots, and I got my Wyvern General back there. I'd love if my Black Orcs could get free of that beast, but I'm only going to have 3 attacks on that thing since he's in the rear, and that's where I kind of learned that he has 5 wounds, so that ain't going to happen. It might just be a picture the same. His Lord back there is kind of aimed at my Wyvern, which that was a mistake because obviously I'm not going to be in the same spot. He should have been turned to face where I'm gonna be, but whatever. So he comes in. I end up holding, but But on his magic phase, he got the bubble fleshy abundance up. So those plague bears have a 4-up regen. So now they have a 3-up regen. It's like, eesh, man. I'm poised for some counter charges, but he's got a freaking 3-up regen. I'm not gonna be able to do a whole lot of damage. So I'm like, this ain't good. I can't get my flaming attacks in there. Yeah, so at end of combat, you see all the night goblins that he kills. Not as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. And I'm able to hold my black orcs. I don't think do any wounds to the beast, but I'm able to reform. So now I can throw a lot more attacks on it, and I'll be able to have my rank bonuses and banner plus some wounds. I should be able to pop that thing through combat res. I think I did a wound on it through combat res this turn. So on my turn, it's Bonsai, declare my Wog. And this is the only tournament where I remembered my Wog. Maybe it's just because it's the Wyvern guy and he likes to scream Wog, but I remember it all the time. So I declare the Wog, come charging in, charge the chariots in, and I was able to put 1 wound on that Kadai Destroyer with my War Boss actually at strength 4, or it might have been the spears poking him. I am netting his Plague Bears every round, and that's pretty awesome. Because he's like, that's every turn. And yep, as long as I don't roll a 1. If I roll a 1, I net myself. But and I need 6s to wound him anyway on the destroyer. So even if I did net myself, who cares? It doesn't make any much difference. So we come flying in, and then my black orcs are facing his beast over here. I'd like to get them free. Yeah, I didn't even do a wound to him, so he rolled really good on his leadership. He didn't do much to me, but this round, I don't know if I take a picture, but I am able to kill him. I do a couple wounds. I have the 3 ranks and a banner, and since I have flaming attacks, he doesn't have a regen, and so I'm hacking him up with some great weapons, and I'm able to kill him and reform on my turn. Okay, so basically looks like this is his after his move. So yeah, the combat, he didn't kill very many night goblins because the nets helped. The impact hits did okay. I actually won this combat. He was fluffing a lot of 3-up saves with my Thunder Stomp, my General, the Wyvern attacks, the 2 impact hit chariots, and then just a bunch of pokey sticks. I'm able to win this combat with the Wog. I think I won it by 2. Because I have 3 ranks and BSB. So yeah, I was like, yay! And he did okay on his test. But his Kadai Destroyer did poorly on his test, and now he's up to 4 wounds. So I believe that says a 4. But so yeah, I'm awesome. So on his movement, he moves to block the Black Orcs with his General, and at this point in the game, we were planning to play another round, and then at this point, it's not going very well for the demons, and then they announce, just finish this round up. So it's like one more round, and I don't know how. I think my Black Orcs would do pretty well against his General guy. I mean, he'll kill 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever, but I'll be able to put 4 or 5 wounds on him, and I'd have 2 ranks and a banner, so I think I'd be able to kill him. But we didn't really get to that point. But I do block his magic so he doesn't get Fleshy Abundance up. So then with my he's only able, all those Plague Bearer guys over on the right, at this point he's like, man, I should have reformed the turn before, because now he can't reform because I got my Wyvern in the back. But he's trying to put a fight up, but he just can't do enough damage, and I'm able to sneak past a lot of his 4-up regen saves. Kill the Kadai Destroyer before it can do its Thunderstomps. He might have passed and did the Thunderstomps, but didn't do very good. But he pops due to me winning the combat. And So that pretty much is going to end the game there. You know, one more turn, and I think I could have scored a massacre because I would have reformed my Night Goblins down a little farther. You know, that little war boss in there, and the BSB plus all the sharp sticks, and I might have been able to get super lucky and overrun. He's got that beast back there to keep that from happening, but I think I could have popped that plague berry in it. But anyway, I end up still doing really well. I scored a lot of the extra points as opposed to my opponent. I don't think we got any through the whole game. So, and I killed the destroyer and a beast. And I didn't kill a whole lot. Next turn I would have. I think next turn I would have. We would have finished one more turn, one more complete turn. But with all that, with the extra victory points, I still ended up with a major victory. So yeah, pretty happy since it was such a stalemate for so long. And what I liked about it was a stalemate, but I was getting about 75 victory points per turn, even though nothing was happening. And so yeah, congratulations to the Orcs. So that's 2 wins and a draw for the tournament. When I took this list down to Kansas City, as I was driving and thinking, what the hell was I thinking? I'm going to get owned. When I saw a lot of the other armies, I got very favorable matchups for this army that I brought, and I still, you know, it's kind of a struggle, but I'm pretty happy with the results. I had a great time, and I will try to get back to Kansas City as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.